What up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Real Housewives of New York, Season 15, Episode 4 review. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. When this episode started off, I didn't think that it was going to end the way that it did. I was very shocked at some of the things that came out, and I got a lot to say, okay? So, sit back and relax. So, we begin with Brynn being upset that Sai and Uber are pretty much ignoring her. When they go to play tennis that morning, when they were getting dressed, you know, they really wasn't featuring her for real. And she can't handle that because she's so used to being cutesy Brynn. I say what I want to say, and then I apologize and hug you and smile and make you laugh, and it's over, and it's not working this season. Like, people are tired of her and are not playing with her anymore. So we find out about Raquel's backstory. She is Afro-Latina. And how the conversation comes up about her father is that she says that she no longer has her father's last name. And that's because her mother got pregnant by her father. He wasn't there for her. By the time she was 12, she was asking about him, wanted to see him. Her mama gave her his number. She called. A woman answered the phone, asked who she was. She was like, I'm so-and-so's daughter. He got on the phone and told her, never call my house again. The mother told her father's brother, who called him, went off. He was pissed, like, you can't treat your daughter like this. Da-da-da-da-da. She, along with her other siblings, met the father on a holiday. They took a picture together, and that was her parting gift, and haven't seen him since. And after that, she was like, I don't want any parts of this person. So she got rid of her father's last name. She was still, you know, very emotional about it. You can tell that this is a sore spot for her and something that obviously still hurts her, you know. And it just showed a lot more about Raquel and who she is as a person, and more of her story, you know. So we're getting a lot more in depth with her, and I'm excited to learn even more. But it was really sad to hear that she'd gone through so much. And it also made me feel like her and Sai, for some reason, would connect. I don't know why, you know, because Sai didn't go through that with her father or anything like that, but it just seemed like her and Sai, to me, would be close. I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. So at this point, Brynn wants to go home. She's pouting. She's acting like a little baby. She's acting like she's the victim. She's mad, like I said, because Sai and Uber aren't, you know, falling to their knees and being like, okay, Brynn, we're not mad at you anymore. And she can't handle that. It's obvious that Brynn is one of those people that talk a lot but can't back it up. She want to play hard and act like she's so tough, but then when she's confronted and somebody go off on her, then she wants to act like, what did I do? I haven't done anything to anybody. Like, girl, you can't talk shit and then expect to not get hit. It's literally one of those situations. And so Erin is like, you know, please don't go. Jen even Jenna even was like, don't go, I'll let you wear my diamonds. That, of course, perks her up because, once again, somebody is pacifying her. So as soon as people start pacifying her, guess what? Bren's a happy camper again. Like, when are they going to realize that this is what she does? She's acting like a spoiled brat. So Jesso wants to have another baby really bad. You know, she has several eggs being frozen in LA, and she says that if she doesn't have another baby, she knows it'll be something that she really truly regrets. But, you know, her husband Pavitt isn't really on board. He doesn't really want another child. They got the twin boys or whatever. And I get it, even though she does have her twins, that's a blessing. It's a part of her that still wants to have another child, especially a daughter. I think she would make a great girl mom. And I get it myself with me having my son. You all know before I had my hysterectomy, I really wanted another child. I wanted a girl so bad, and when I went through my health issues and found out that I could no longer have any more children, it was a big blow to me. And it was something that I had to wrap my head around and be like, okay, Lord, I'm thankful for the blessing of my one that I do have. But there's still something in me, even to this day, where I sometimes, will even be like, I wish that I maybe would have adopted or did something of that nature, because I feel like I would have been a great girl mom. I really wanted a daughter really bad, so I get where Jesso is coming from with the baby situation, and hopefully her and Pavitt will come together and figure this whole situation out. Erin and Brynn decide they're going to play a prank, and they're going to put a little fake roach in Jenna's pavlova dessert, which is going to be cute and funny. I was here for that. Uba and Sai, during dinner, when the prank is done, Uba immediately starts to throw up, even though the roach wasn't in her plate, it was in Jesso's, but just the sight of it and her thinking that it was real, she immediately went in the bathroom, started throwing up. Sai went to go check on her. Sai seeing her throw up made Sai throw up, and it was just a throw up fest. It was funny AF. I thought that it was a great prank. Loved it. Loved every second. So I noticed when they were sitting at the table the next day for breakfast, that Brynn is at the table literally trying to coach Rebecca on shade. She literally is telling her while filming, if I say something, basically slick to you, hit me back with something like, I own a multi-million-dollar company and you were selling t-shirts at BravoCon. Like, you got to get in there, And Rebecca was like, that's not me. And she was like, well, girl, you ain't going to last here. Like, let her be her. If it doesn't work out for her, it doesn't work out for her. She knows how the game is played, and it just takes away the authenticity of it all if you're having to coach another grown woman on how to throw shade and how to be on camera. It's like, let that lady be whoever she's gonna be. Obviously, the Housewives ain't a good fit for Rebecca Minkoff. She just needs to go and be a mama and continue to design purses that's going to end up in Nordstrom Rack. You know what I'm saying? And at Target, like, let her do her. So then we find out that the night before, Erin was able to get Uba and Brynn to talk, and they kind of sort of made up. They told each other they love each other. They didn't want to be mad at each other. But at breakfast, when Uba comes in and the conversation comes up, Brynn immediately cuts her off. And she was like, that's what I hate. Like, when I'm talking, like, do not cut me off. And this is something that she feels like Brynn does to her often. And in their confessionals, Brynn, Erin, and Uba tell us about what happened during their conversation the previous night. And apparently Brynn said to Uba, use your words when you're speaking. I don't want you to come across as angry. I told her I want you to marry Oliver. I want Oliver to want to marry you. I don't want you to come off like this angry black woman.
What?
Y'all, I looked at my television and was like, did she really say that? And she was so confident in what she was saying in her confessional that really had me gobsmacked. I'm looking at Brynn like, you claim to be so smart and educated and cultured, but it's 2024 And you're literally playing right into the tropes and the stereotypes of people that would try to play the angry black woman card on a chocolate woman. It's like, what? It's like, you do know that you mix, first of all. So, like, that white side of you is like really coming out right about now. And you're this fair skinned mixed woman telling a dark skinned woman that you don't want her to come across as an angry black woman, and that basically she needs to simmer it down so she can be acceptable to this white man so he can want to marry her. Have you lost your mind? Like, literally, have you lost your mind? So you basically telling her not be you, but shuck and jive and put on this face for this man so he could just think that you're just happy-go-lucky all the time and that you don't have feelings and it's not okay for you to be upset. Let's not act like Uba don't have a right to feel some type of way when it comes to Brynn. Let's not act like Brynn. Last season, Uba was good. Uba was light, fun. Uba didn't show her angry side last season until Erin tried her. Okay? Erin tried her and she got, okay? And then you tried her and now you getting got. Like she said, I just don't go around attacking people. Let's not do that, ma'am. Let's not. You played in that lady face last season, exploiting her relationship when you knew you wasn't supposed to do that. You was being funny. You was trying to have a moment at her expense. And obviously, I don't even know if she's ever apologized for it. Maybe if she did, Uba didn't really take it as being sincere. And maybe Uba still feels like, Brynn is still being messy Brynn, with the other stuff that she's been doing. And it's like, girl, you can't say and do the things that you do and think just because you grin and smile and make a joke and say something sexual that people just gonna be like, oh, that's Brynn. No. Life don't works that way. You can't play with everybody. Play with your brother. Play with Mimi. But don't play with everybody. And I just could not believe that she had the nerve to say that you don't want her to come across as an angry black woman. She's not an angry black woman. And even Erin had to say, don't say that to her. She's not an angry black woman. And Brynn replied to Erin, shut up, Erin. You don't know. You're not black. Well, you only half black. Okay? And like somebody said on Twitter, Cy-Ass was yelling and being mad all last season. The angry black woman conversation never came up with Cy last year. Oh, because Cy is fair-skinned and Afro-Latina as well. So I guess it doesn't really come across with her being this angry black woman because she's fair-skinned with curly hair. But since it's Uba, this tall, statuesque, chocolate African woman, she's needs to work on not being an angry black woman. And it was the part about, I want you to marry Oliver and I want Oliver to want to marry you. What? Excuse you? First of all, if you can't accept me for who I am, then fuck you. Let's just get that off there. But Uba is not an angry person. Uba is just one of those people that when you come for her, be prepared because she's like a shark and she's going to come for you. And it's obvious that she feels some type of way towards Brynn. And Brynn does get under people's skin. Brynn does have this air of elitism, and she is very condescending when she talks to people. And she thinks just because she's not cursing that she's not being a bitch to people. Like, just because you're not cursing don't mean that you're right in the way that you come at people. And it doesn't mean that she's an angry black woman, or it's seeming like she's trying to say Uber is being ghetto because Uber cusses when she's mad. No, bitch. No. And so Uber was feeling like, are you trying to police me as a person and tell me how to be? And if I don't agree with nothing else with Uber, I get why she felt some type of way, because I've had people on this platform try to police me in the way that I talk. And I'm like, first of all, I'm grown as grown, okay? I ain't hurting nobody. If you can't take a few cuss words, okay, then this ain't the channel for you. But one thing you're not going to do is try to tell me how to act and behave. And I'm a grown woman with gray hair. If you don't get the f out of here with that. So I understood why Uber felt some type of way. And I was just so disappointed in Brynn. Like, so disappointed with her. And it was giving very pick me. No, it's giving you want to be black when it's beneficial to you. And like somebody else said, you want to be the one that talk a big game talking about you'll put somebody in a funeral home and I ain't scared of you. But then when somebody come at you, you want to cry and tuck your tail between your legs and say, I'm not doing this and I'm going home and I don't have to do this. I'm going to run. Don't act like you a big brawling as football player if you know that you really a water boy. It's like, don't try to act like you so tough when you're not tough. And stop starting it and then can't finish it. Uber says to her, I love you, but English is not my first language. I'm really passionate. When I'm speaking and someone sidetrack me, I lose my. I'm getting mad at you. I love you. Don't do that, please. To me, it sounds condescending. You are kind, but you are very condescending to everyone here. Now, mind you, Uber is crying. There's actual tears coming out of her eyes and streaming down her face. Nothing about this was fake or just trying to gain sympathy. Like, she was literally trying to have a conversation with Brynn and be like, look, girl, like, I'm begging you, like, I ain't trying to go there with you. Brynn was like, I do not like and I will not take ever people calling me names. And it's like, well, girl, won't nobody have to call you no name if you don't start with people. And just because you're not calling somebody or a hoe don't mean that you're not calling people names and doing stuff. You just say it in a more eloquent way. You're just wrapping it up in a different package, my love, but you're no different. And I don't like that. I don't like that about her. So Uber was like, but here's the thing. I never told you this thing until you came into my space. And I'm like, exactly. If you would have never with her last season by telling her business, y'all wouldn't be here. And so Uber says, I'm calling someone a snake and a liar is not a good thing. But you are not called that till you are condescending. And if you do it again, I'm going to call you a snake again. It's like she's standing on business and you can't be mad at that. You can't start something with somebody and then want to be mad with how they finish it. So, mind you, Brynn tries to respond, but Uber was like, I already know what she gonna say. And she mocks Brynn. Now, in this instance, was Uber wrong? Absolutely 100%, because you can't ask somebody not to cut you off and then you cutting somebody off and not giving them the opportunity to respond, whether you know how they're going to respond or not. She was being an asshole at that moment and she wasn't being right. She was not being right. She should have allowed her to respond. But Brynn shut down at that point. And in her confessional, she was like, this is driving me nuts. I'm looking out for your dumb. She's playing into the stereotype. That's what I was trying to tell her. Goes in one ear and out the other because I'm convinced that there is absolutely nothing upstairs. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. You just called her dumb without actually saying, well, no, you did say she's a dumbass. You just called her a dumbass. You just said that she wasn't intelligent, that she had nothing going on in her brain. So how is that any different from when she calls you a snake? See, you just do in your confessional or through text message or whatever. You don't have balls enough to say it to somebody's face for real, because you like to play victim. And I'm like, you so worried about Uber being labeled a stereotype of an angry black woman. Well, how about you being the stereotype of being a sugar baby whore? Like, you play the ditzy, I'll for money whore, I'll do anything with anybody. You want to be Rue McClanahan so bad. You want to be Samantha Jones so bad. It's like, girl, ain't you the pot calling the kettle black? You can't talk about no stereotypes, my love. Like, are you dumb? Like, what? So Brynn then gets to fake crying because not one tear came out of that eye, and gets upset at everybody talking about some, this is what I'm talking about when people start with me, y'all just have your thumb up your ass and don't say nothing. And it's just like, girl, you grown, remember? You grown. You put people in funeral homes. Why do you need other grown women to stick up for you? Meanwhile, Uber and Sai are ignoring the hell out of her. Sai ain't said a word. Sai up there washing dishes. Uber ignoring her. She just said what she needed to say. And Erin was like, you're giving them what they want right now. She like whispers that to them. And I was like, Erin, you a fake too. Because like Uber said on last week's episode, I'm saying what all y'all want to say, but y'all just ain't got the balls to say it. Erin, you shut your mess up too, because you getting on my nerves. Brynn has really lost me after tonight's episode. Like, girl, bye. I've had it with her. I couldn't. If Erin, a white woman, is telling you, yeah, I don't think you should have said that, she's not an angry black woman, and you tell her to shut up, you should know that you fucked up at that point. And you did. You fucked up with that one. I'm gonna give this week's episode though a B plus. It was actually really good, really good episode. Loved learning more about Raquel's backstory. You can tell Uber and Sai are over Brynn. Brynn need to go play in traffic. I'm so over her right about now, and I don't like the way some of the girls is trying to play in Uber face, because she just being a regular person. Like, don't come for me and we won't have no problems. Period. Okay? Do I think at this point she could ease up off of it? Yeah, because you just said what you needed to say. Don't fuck with her no more. And just keep it moving. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode. What y'all think about what Brynn had to say. I cannot wait to read you guys' comments. Please make sure to thumbs up this video. Subscribe to my channel if you have not, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.